The fall anime season has started, and we got over 69 new anime airing. So here's all the new romance anime airing this fall. Or should I say most, because I may have missed a few. Now, before I get into the video, 89% of you guys are not subscribed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video. Please, I'm poor. Alright, starting off with Murai in Love. The anime follows a boy who's in love with his teacher. Now, where have I heard this before? Anyways, Murai's a high schooler who's in love with his teacher, Tanaka. Now, Tanaka is a girl who's never really been involved in any IRL romance, as she's only in love with the characters and games she plays. So when Murai asked her out one day, he's quickly shut down, because who would date their student? Now, not taking no for an answer, Murai shows up the next day completely changed, as he transformed himself into Tanaka's favorite game character. Yeah, she's cooked. Moving on, we got Blue Box. Now, this anime is probably the most hyped romance anime for this season, and I can understand why, as it mixes sports and romance. A nice combo. It follows Taiki, a boy who's on the badminton team. Now, he tries to get as much practice in by getting to the gym early. However, no matter how early he goes, it seems there's always a girl there before him, and that girl happens to be his crush and the rising star of their basketball team. Now, although Taiki has a crush on her, he won't do anything, as he doesn't believe he's good enough for her. Now, you would think the story ends there, but nope. Out of fate, she ends up living at his house, giving him the push he needed to train even harder to become worthy enough for her. Bro's luck is insane. If he messes this up, I don't know what to say. Next up, 365 Days to the Wedding. Now, this anime already has a live action, so if you don't want to wait for weekly episodes, go ahead and watch that. Anyways, this anime follows a classic plot. Two people faking a marriage in order to get out of something. But this is a romance anime, so yeah, they fall in love. The anime follows Rika and Takuya. Both are co-workers and lonely singles, and have the most boring lives at home. However, that all changes when things take a turn at work, as their job announced that they will be moving non-married staff out of Japan to a new office. Wanting to avoid getting transferred, Rika and Takuya both agreed to pretend to get married, even though they know nothing about each other. At first, they thought it was going to be easy to fake an engagement, but they were both wrong, as it seems that they'll actually have to get closer to each other to not get caught, which may lead to some romance. Yakuza Fiancé. Now, this is probably going to be my favorite romance anime from the fall season, as I think the plot's pretty interesting. Although it is constantly getting called Nisekoi copy, I think that's completely wrong, as both are nothing alike. The anime follows Yoshino, a girl whose engagement is far from a dream come true. Because of her grandfather, the head of one of the largest Yakuza groups, she now must marry Kirishima, the grandson of a leader of a rival group, as part of a truce agreement. Now, this is where the similarities from Nisekoi and Yakuza Fiancé end, as although her new fiancé looks kind and charming, he's secretly hiding a dark and dangerous side behind all his charm. Let's just say Yoshino's life is about to get more lively. I'll become a villainess who goes down in history. Yep. Another villainous anime. Who watches these? Well, I guess I do, sometimes. After getting GG'd by a sleepy truck driver, this girl was reincarnated as Alicia, a villain in her favorite fantasy dating sim. Now, talk about crazy luck. Also, if you get reincarnated, do you just get sent to a game that you played? Because I see that happen a lot. Anyways, knowing how the game ends, she wants to twist things to become the best villainess. However, each time she tries to be evil, the prince just falls in love with her more. It seems breaking Alicia's fate won't be so easy. Tying the knot with an Amagami sister. Now, before you guys say anything, everyone sees sister and thinks that this is an incest anime, but I can assure you it's not. But if you're disappointed, then I don't know what to tell you. It follows Kamihate, an orphan boy who dreams of completing medical school, and after getting taken in by a priest, those dreams seem to be doable. But when he arrives at his new foster home, a working shrine, his plans of a quiet place to study goes to flames. As it turns out, he'll be living with 3 beautiful sisters. Not only that, but he must marry one of them and take over the temple. I don't think he's completing medical school anytime soon. TsumaSho, where if my wife becomes an elementary school student. Now, if that title scares you, I have nothing else to say. I'm just kidding. It's not a creepy anime, I think. Oh yeah, this also already has a live action, and it has great reviews, so if you want to watch that instead, go ahead. It follows Keisuke, a man who's lived his last 10 years in grief, as his wife passed away. His life has been nothing but gloomy, with the only family he has left being his daughter. Now, though he wants her to be happy, he can't do anything, as their bond ended when his wife passed. However, things take a turn one day when an elementary school girl shows up at their house, claiming to be the reincarnation of his wife, remembering everything about her past. Now, after hearing what it's about, you can either give it a chance and watch it, or just don't watch it at all. The do-over Damsel conquers the Emperor Dragon. Now, this anime is about a girl who gets sent back in time right before she dies, to the point where her fate was chosen. It follows Jill after she escapes the cell that her fiancé put her in. Unable to run away, Jill jumps off a building where she's speared down by her fiancé. However, before she dies, she wakes up 6 years in the past, before their engagement was decided. Wanting to change her fate, she proposed to the first man she saw, who turned out to be Hades, an enemy of hers in the future. At first, Jill wanted to retract the proposal, but after some thinking, she goes through with it, as she is not only sure that she can change her fate, but his as well. Nina the Starry Bride. This anime is about an orphan girl who is bought by a prince only to be forced to take a dead princess's place? Yeah. Her whole life, Nina's been discarded as an orphan, stealing to survive. But one day, she was sold to Azuru, the second prince of Fortna. He noticed that Nina's eyes looks like the recently passed Princess Elisha's. Because of this, he orders that Nina takes the princess's place to marry the neighboring nation's prince. Now, though this is not the life she planned for, Nina's just happy to be needed by someone. Aren't we all? How I attended an all-guys mixer. This anime is actually pretty funny, as the men are just totally confused the whole time, especially the main character, as he has no idea how he got into this situation. It follows college student Tokiwa after he was invited to a mixer by his female classmate Suo. He was told to bring 2 of his friends. However, when they got to the function, they were shocked to see 3 handsome men instead of Suo and her friends. But it turns out the 3 handsome men are Suo and her friends. They all just cross-dressed for their job. Now, though Tokiwa and his friends were confused, they decided to just go with it, getting Tokiwa into a relationship that he definitely didn't plan for. You are Miss Servant. Now, this anime is a comedy, but it does have some romance in it, or at least the manga did. Her whole life, Yuki has followed orders, as being an assassin has all she's ever done. But now, she has a chance to leave the past behind. One day, she shows up at Hitoyoshi's house, a high school boy who lives alone. She asked him to be his maid. At first, he refused, but when she saved him from a moving truck, he had second thoughts and decided to take her in, starting Yuki's journey of learning what it means to be normal. And finally, the last one, Puniru is a kawaii slime. It follows Puniru, a girl who's a slime, and a boy named Kotaro. The two met when Kotaro was in elementary school, and since then, they've been best friends. Kotaro is now in middle school and has grown a lot since then, leading to him to have a crush on a girl in school, which low-key makes Puniru jealous, as she too has grown and has turned into a cute girl. Not only that, but she's constantly changing form and acting crazy to get Kotaro's attention, as all she wants him to do is to call her cute. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little lost when I was watching this anime. There's just too much going on for my brain, as there's just so much stimulation, and the main character really needs to rethink his life choices, because why is your best friend a crazy slime girl? Now there you go, that is all the romance anime airing this fall. I may have missed a few because there is way too many anime airing right now, but let me know which ones you're watching and your takes on them in the comments, because I'm curious to see what you guys think of this season. And again, 89% of you guys are not subbed, so please subscribe and like the video. Alright, that's all. Thanks for watching the video. Peace. Oh wait, just one more thing. I also want to say, if you don't like any of the romance anime from this fall season, wait for the winter, because we are getting a bunch of good stuff. From the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You Season 2, to My Happy Marriage Season 2, and even some new romance anime like I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in My Class, Honey Lemon Soda, Can You Keep a Secret, and a bunch of other bangers. So stay tuned for the winter anime season. You won't be disappointed. Now the video's over.